Oh my gosh. My time might be here, chat. I might need to tell Ava to hide. They found a cure for autism. Maybe. I don't really believe it. I think I'm gonna wait till it's done. It might be done. Ooh. Oh my gosh. You guys have no idea how happy I am to be sitting back at my desk. Although it is decided to go from super duper cold to super duper hot in the matter of like a day or two. Don't really understand that. The South, man. Never again. Never again. Oh, how's everybody doing tonight? I hope everyone's having a good one here. I'm gonna fix vBridger here. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Oh my gosh. What happened? I took the weekend off. That's what happened. I decided to have like literally, you know, it probably would just be easier for me to say that like Mizu and Lumi, I got sick. No, I didn't really get sick, but I took a couple days off. And while I took a couple days off, it decided to go from the low 70s to the high 80s. So that's, you'd think I was back in Arizona again. Chat was down bad for the lack of night wave. Oh. Well, don't worry, Temp. We'll make sure that we get to our Thor being a retard next week. Because that is, I still am excited to talk about that. Gatekeep tourists with Lolly and Booba. I agree. I agree. We need to gatekeep all of the sleazy tourists. Chat. If you will not integrate with the culture, you will be asked to walk away. Excuse me. I don't know if you heard that. Unlike crazy mermaids, I actually censor my bodily noises. MapleStory and stream image. If we have time tonight, we'll get to that. I would like to. I haven't played MapleStory in a hot minute. A hot fucking minute. Anyway, chat. Before we get into anything serious, all right? Before we do anything uber serious, I can hear my fan in the background. Hold on a moment. I apologize about that. Before we do anything serious today, chat, I have some unfortunate news for you. All right? I have the most unfortunate of news. If you are like, actually, I'm curious here. I am curious what the number is. What is the ratio of autistic people? Oh my sweet dear baby Jesus. Okay, so if you are 1 in 36 children in the US right now that have autism, how many of you are in chat right now? There's like 80 of you. So there is a chance that there is like 3 people with autism, not including myself, in chat. If that is one of you, congratulations. All right. There is help for you. Okay. All right. Now, we'd like to talk about healing. All right. I believe that there is healing that can be done for everybody. I don't believe in traditional medicine. I think it is quite addictive. I have family members who unfortunately have had issues with substance abuse in the past. But I believe that there is healing for everybody. And maybe I will concede that there might be a cure for autism. I saw this, okay? I saw this from Niche Gamer. Niche Gamer's pretty funny. They tweeted the anti-autism pills, which is a funny little joke. Everybody loves the anti-autism pills, all right? You gotta cure, as people say in chat, gotta cure your anti-My Little Pony syndrome. Yeah, we can't have you watching the pony show. That's only for little kids, all right? All right, you gotta grow up and watch what's made for men and only hardened men. All right, you can't watch ponies. All right, you have to watch Gundam. All right, it doesn't matter if the My Little Pony decal is on the Gundam, but you have to watch Gundam. All right, you can't watch Strawberry Shortcake. You can't watch My Little Pony. You can't even watch Power Rangers. You have to watch Gundam. That is for men. All right, that is for men and men only. All right, you're switching from one form of autism into the other. So this was a retweet here. I don't know how real this is. All right. I saw this and I was like, oh, I hope it's a troll. It sounds like a troll. I read the I read the title, and that's all I read because I wanted to read the rest of it on stream. Okay, so this is a retweet from Concerned Citizen. This might be a troll here. If it is, that makes it even better, in my personal opinion. Okay? All right, so this is a case study from pubmed.ncbi. Okay, there's a lot right there to just say pubmed.gov. Case study. Rapid complete recovery from an autism spectrum disorder after treatment of aspergillus with the antifungal drugs itraconazole and the Sporanox. So, again, I just read the title, all right? I didn't read any of this other shit down here, all right? We'll see if there's more of this to read. If there might be. There might be. But according to this, antifungal drugs might be the cure. Okay? All right. Now, before you guys, before you get too hasty here, I know this was published. It looks like in 2020, right during the height of experimental medicine, as some people would say. But let's read this. Maybe there's something to it. So it says, abstract context: a child with symptoms placing him within the autism spectrum. So I don't know if they even know. And with the urine biochemical markers consistent with fungal aspergillus colonization of the gastrointestinal tract was first treated with an antifungal probiotic. Oh, actually, you know what? I have heard some stuff actually about probiotics. A dramatic hermicizer, I'm probably saying that wrong, reaction provide a strong clinical indications that mold colonization might be a factor in causing autism in the child. So what they're saying here, and I see chat is a little confused here. So this is something that I've learned over time. A lot of people believe that autism is something that is a little bit linked to your gut. This is something that I know very next to nothing about. All I know is my personal own studies in my life. And all I know is that when I eat foods that are better for me, I tend not to be so autistic. So tonight's going to be especially bad because I had a pizza today. And that's full of a lot of shit I shouldn't be eating on a daily basis. But the idea that it is linked to your gut is something that I am not completely subscribed to. But by the same token, all I know is that when I eat better, I typically act better. So maybe there's something to do with it. Maybe we just need to give a whole bunch of autistic people a big colonic and then force them to eat gluten-free for the rest of their lives. Because that might be the cure. And if that is the cure, there you go. I will accept a Nobel Peace Prize in my mailbox. And then you are able, then we can just, we've cured autism. We have 100% cured autism. And people can move on with their days and they don't have to worry about people being just a little bit antisocial anymore. No cure for ADHD, unfortunately. I'm sorry. No cure for ADHD, but we can cure autism. All right, like the picture here says, we can give the anti-autism pills to every man, woman, and child on the internet, and we might actually lose a lot of people if we do that. People might actually go outside their house and do things. Not that you don't do it already. Listen, not that you don't do it already. All right, chat. I know that every single one of you in chat that has autism, you don't need to out yourselves. If somebody asks, yes, I do have autism. All right, we all know that the moment that you take your anti-autism pills, you are going to go outside. You are no longer going to be a beta. See, this is what's advertised to me by a lot of different people on the internet. Some people IRL. All right, people tell me if you take your anti-autism pills, all right, very similar to a lot of different medications that just magically get rid of your ailments. You will go outside. You will get all of the bitches that you ever want, or if you're a female, you're still going to get all the bitches, I'm sorry to say. You're no longer want to play video games. You're no longer going to want to do anything except for work out 24/7, and you're going to have a job that all of the rest of the beta bitches wish they could have. Okay? I don't make the rules. I'm just telling you what everybody expects of you in life, all right? All right. I'm not trying to. This is what I've been told time and time again by people that are more learned than me. All those anti-gooners out there. They say that you got to get off that couch. All right, you got to get off that couch. You got to get rid of your autism, and you got to go have an actual life. All right. Now, I'm going to tell you, if I take these pills, the VTuber will disappear. It's like taking antipsychotics. Once they're taken, the VTuber magically disappears. Chat. And I no longer exist. So unfortunately, I'm probably not going to take whatever pills come out here. All right, I don't want the VTuber to disappear. I know you guys are very interested in having the VTuber live on. Use anti-autism pills to grow an 18-inch. Exactly. You'll be the BBC that every woman wants you to be, and you don't even have to be black. So there you go. I hope this was informative for you. Like I said, I will take a Nobel Peace Prize. All you got to do is clean out your gut, and you'll be good to go. So I'm hearing I become too cool for Breaking Bad. Yes. Pretty much. Unfortunately, you'll meet your end at the hands of a very savvy, or maybe not so savvy, DEA officer that's just trying to find your long lost brother-in-law. So anyway, I felt like showing that. That was pretty funny. All right, I thought it was pretty funny. Autism adds the spice we all crave. Awesome, I'm glad. Nothing wrong with the VTuber disappearing. More time to touch grass. Well, chat, I believe that touching grass is important. All right, we all got to touch grass in order to justify our want to come back inside and then watch VTuber Booba on the screen. Can Christian be saved if he takes this? There's no saving Christian. I'm telling you right now, there is absolutely no saving Christian. Christian is broken. Forever. All right. Unfortunately, I don't think there's any fixing Christian. Okay. Now, I don't know if you want to blame those dirty, dastardly trolls that did this. I do believe that when it comes to Christian, it is a mixture of trolls and Christian not having parents. But you know, that is just me. Okay. That is just me. Hello. You don't have to be male either. Get anti-autism pills and become the Fuda you always were meant to be. Exactly. If you take those anti-autism pills, you will, as a female, become the Fudanari hentai that you've always wanted to be. All right? There's a couple that come to mind right now. However, because we are a stream on YouTube, we will not be talking about them. Okay? I can fix him. Oh goodness! By the way, chat, how are you guys doing today? Well, that was kind of just a silly little front loader there. But how are you guys doing? What have you all been up to? I haven't seen you all in a hot minute. Hope things have been doing good. I saw that in my absence, Trump decided to start bombing another country again. And I have obviously no political opinions about that. But you know what? I'll be honest with you, that's about not as different from the last administration. Well, actually, no, the last administration didn't do anything. So it's not different from when Trump last was president. So I'm not too surprised. I'll be honest with you. I also heard that he's making a lot of people really sad with what he's deciding to close down. And apparently we're making Canada and Mexico bow down to us. So that's cool. Maybe. I don't know. Oh, change your autism for skin/allergy issues. Christian isn't just schism, he is possessed. I believe that Christian is possessed with the sickness. Unfortunately, Christian is blessed with the sickness. Super autism +10 to intelligence, -10 to charisma. Agreed. Obama set in trends? Yes. We stopped bombing countries. I would say that in the last administration, well, I really wouldn't consider it one, but the last president really didn't do much of anything. Just an opinion on that one. But it sounds like that's what's happening again, and you know, it's whatever. I don't know. I kind of went dark for a couple of days. I didn't really open social media. I kind of was just there. I kind of slept most of the time, and I didn't do much of anything. And when I came back onto the internet to finally talk to people, I learned that Mizu and Lumi are dying of cancer AIDS. Probably. I have no idea. I learned that apparently China, or not China, excuse me. That is very offensive of me. Japan is getting censored on some more of their websites. I think it's like DL site is getting censored and restricted again. They're being asked to censor certain tagged words, and you cannot like search those tagged words. So, you know, that's cool. Not really. I heard that VTubers are having more political opinions. I saw that another VTuber was trying to say that I saw that another VTuber was saying that she was canceled for agreeing with the politicalness, and everybody kind of laughed at her. Mizu posted his butt and God struck him down with AIDS. I don't think that's how that works. I don't think that's necessarily how that works. So, you know. Both fish sick, octopus, supreme health. I wouldn't say I'm in supreme health, chat. Some people think I'm extremely sick. Down with the sicknesses, maybe one might say. I don't know. Oh, goodness. I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm just kind of sifting through some of the drama threads from this week. But I have seen some other VTubers just decide to be stupid. I've been slowly scrolling because unlike some people, when I get off the internet, I actually don't pay attention to VTuber politics. Once I turn off the screen, I forget what exists. I have to turn it back on and sift for 5 minutes. As is a lot of... I say a lot of people are probably like that. I would say a good chunk of people are probably like that. Once you turn off the screen, you forget what happens. The only Avenger. Japan has some leverage in the censorship. Really? Really, really, really? Did I see the content nuke on Hassan? I'm gonna be completely honest with you, chat. I think it was shit. Alright? I didn't really talk about this when I was on Words of Paradise. Leon's show. The guy I was on last... Friday, I want to say? Yeah, Friday. When I was on his show, I didn't really talk about it too much, but I honestly really thought that Ethan Klein's content nuke was kind of shit. Because this was... I mean, okay, here's what I will say. He did gather a lot of shit together that a lot of people already knew. A lot of people have already reported on. He did put it in one space. It was nice that he finally did talk about it. However, I have a major problem, and that is that he is trying to get Hassan deplatformed. And while I don't like that, or excuse me, and while I don't like Hassan, excuse me, I do not advocate for any kind of deplatforming unless somebody is like actively trying to harm other people. Now, I guess you can make the argument that maybe Hassan meets that criteria. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to let those with the glow emotes kind of just like throw that idea around in chat. You guys can like tell me what you think. But I personally was not a very big fan. Like, you could have... I don't know if... it was probably too far back, but I said on Twitter, I like Ethan Klein now. And then, like, 20 minutes later, I was like, ooh, never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. I cannot jive with somebody saying, hey, we have to deplatform somebody, especially when he has to use the ADL. Especially when that comes into it, I'm just like, bro... I can't jive with you, alright? Plus, chat, like, okay. The other problem I have with Ethan is the problem I have with the people that were lapping up Destiny for the longest time, alright? Alright, there's an issue that I have where Hassan was given a pass by Ethan for the longest time, and the moment, all right, the only reason, in my personal opinion, and people are welcome to disagree with me on this, okay, sorry, I'm readjusting a lot. I've been not in my chair all day, so, but the only reason I feel that Ethan decided to jump off the Hassan ship is that Hassan was anti-Semitic. And to be honest with you, Hassan has always been kind of anti-Semitic. You just have to look back through his shit and you'll probably see something where he was not necessarily the nicest to people that were Jewish. I just think that it was a little bit more kosher to be around him because he was not as anti-Semitic as he is now. So while I do appreciate that this video exists, I do not think that Ethan Klein really hits as hard as he feels like he does, because all of the people that notice, that's me, okay? It's me and a couple others. All right, all of the people who noticed knew that Ethan Klein was okay with his behavior until it was no longer actionable. Yeah, until it was no longer actionable, he was okay with it. So while I appreciate it, I don't think that he is the right one to make this video. Because there have been multiple people in commentary that have made videos on Hassan. There have been multiple people that just in general make videos on Hassan. But, like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And until Twitch can no longer person him, which I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know when that's going to be. I do not know when Hassan's terroristic behaviors are going to be unpersonable by Twitch. I will say the one big piece of credit I can give Ethan Klein, because there were a couple points that I thought were nice and decent. Excuse me. One of the points that I did like was him showing receipts on why he felt that Twitch was very willing to be okay with Hassan. Now, when you think about it... Oh, goodness. I don't know why he's doing this. I'm really sad. Very sad about it. We're just going to give it a moment because... give it a moment. All right? Just give it a moment. I don't know if what I'm saying will ever show up, but it will show up. Just give it a moment. Let's watch the Destiny nuke. I am not going to watch the Destiny nuke. I'm sorry. All right. I only have a couple hours tonight because me and Ava will be watching Breaking Bad later tonight. Okay. So we're going to wait for this to come back. And while we wait, I am pulling up some more tabs because I want to tell you a story, chat. I want to tell you a story of people being stupid, people being idiots, and talk about why gatekeeping is important. Might switch to YouTube. YouTube is probably the better place. I am sorry to say. Twitch just like goes down and up and down. YouTube actually like pauses for a moment, but it does not actually break apart, in my personal opinion. Oh goodness, there it is. There is my personal opinion. Okay, chat. Okay, now, anyway, what I was saying was that the one thing about Ethan Klein's content nuke on Hassan that I did find useful is that he showed people at Twitch that clearly had a bias for Hassan and clearly are the reason why they will never get him off the platform. I think one of the things that he showed, besides the Dan Clancy stuff, besides the fact that Dan Clancy apparently had a birthday party for Hassan, again, the guy that likes to show Houthi terrorists on his stream, all right? All right? I don't care what side of the political aisle you're on. Showing a terrorist on screen that likes to go and kidnap people, that ain't right. All right? That ain't right whatsoever. Okay? But not only did the owner, excuse me. Let me choose my words better here. Not only did the CEO of Twitch have personal birthday parties and have people say happy birthday to Hassan, but there is, I guess, a worker there. I can't remember the worker or their position. I just remember that it was brought up in the video. Okay? There is a worker at Twitch that is openly anti-Semitic and is openly against, Israeli people. Okay? That is, and again, you can, I don't care whether you like or dislike people of certain religions, all right? I just thought that was kind of insane. And it, again, along with all of the other bits and pieces that I have seen, lends more credence to the thought that I just, Twitch's days, man. Twitch's days are insane. But he's like Luffy. Excuse me. He's like Luffy. We think he's like Luffy, guys. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm channeling my inner Hassan Piker. And you know what? Since we brought up Hassan Piker, you know what happens, chat. You know what happens whenever we bring up Hassan Piker. It has to happen at least once. All right? Once during the stream.
Oh, you know it, lad. You know that, Hassan Piker? I'm coming to kill you!
Oh, yeah.
In Los Angeles, at your house!
Or in the ring.
No, in real life.
Oh.
I'm going to stalk him and become obsessed with him. And wear his makeup and his dresses. And use his skin as a coat.
Oh.
Like the ancient Irish did.
Speaking.
Well, that's your winner.
Speaking of Hassan Piker in a dress with makeup, chat, did you see what Hassan was dressing up with recently? Did you see how Hassan decided to dress recently? Okay, that's just a dress with Hassan Piker's face on it. That is weird. Hold on. I guess I have to be more specific here. There it go. There it is. There we go. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, chat. He is so beautiful. Look at me speaking. See, chat. When the Candyman says he's going to take Hassan's makeup, oh wow, that's just a steak. I don't know why steak is on there. That is really weird. We're not sponsored by steak here, YouTube, I promise. When Sam Hines says that he's going to take Hassan's makeup and his dresses and wear him, this is what he meant, all right? This is what he meant, all right? Underneath all of this is actually Sam Hyde, all right? We've got Sam Piker here, all right? Hassan Hyde. Oh, yeah. So if you did not know, this is something that Hassan Piker did do, all right? Personally, I don't care. You know, if guys want to go be cringe IRL, go be cringe IRL. My personal opinion is if you want to dress up in a maid outfit and you are a dude, you probably should, you might want to shave. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you want to do that, you might want to shave, all right? Unless you're going on RuPaul's Drag Race, all right? All right, because it don't work very well. I don't even think Nick Rekieta, I don't even think Nick Rekieta did it very well. If you guys remember that, I'm sorry. If you've forgotten how Nick Rekieta did that female simp stream, I apologize for bringing that back up. But not even Nick Rekieta was able to do it well. I prefer the Asmongold version. No, my personal opinion, and again, as somebody that likes to dress up as a VTuber with big titties, all right? I am fine with people making fun of me. I just get to make fun of you back, all right? It's equal footing, equal fields here. I think Hassan looked bad in that dress, okay? All right, Hassan, here's my tip for you. If you want to do that next time, shave your beard, maybe lose a couple of bone, maybe shave a little bit of the bone off of the chin, all right? Put on some really nice makeup, do up your eyeliner, get all that shit going. Again, RuPaul's Drag Race. Make it work, all right? Oh, Mandy. Is Rekieta still streaming? I have no idea. Fun fact, Rekieta did accept a plea deal. So, he is, like... Rekieta is actually probably not going to go to jail. And there is a slim chance, chat. Although, some people do believe that it is going to happen. That we will get the Rekieta body cam footage. And when we get that, oh, man... I am going to bring on Ava and we're going to laugh. We're going to record, excuse me. My apologies. The body cam footage will definitely not be funny. I will probably laugh at Rekieta's arrested face, but it will not be funny, especially if we see the conditions of the household, because that'll be very depressing considering how many children live in that household. As somebody that came from a somewhat biggish family, that will be very depressing for me to look at, because I know how difficult it is to have more than 2 kids in the house. Is not easy whatsoever. And so it's just gonna be depressing, especially since there's cocaine involved. Get rid of the body hair, Hassan? Yes. He likely be disbarred. Oh, Rekieta can't do law anymore. He didn't renew his law license, or he didn't have continuing education, so he can't practice law anymore, which is unfortunate. It is very unfortunate, but, you know, it is what it is. He can do whatever he wants, in my personal opinion. Rekieta can be whatever he wants. He just can't be on cocaine. Anyway, kind of dragging away from the main point here. Going back to Hassan and Ethan Klein. What do I think about it? It was all right. I'd say out of 10, I would give Ethan Klein's thing about a 3. All right? It was all information that we already knew. We already had multiple other people talk about it. I do think it's good that he is throwing it out there for more people to see. I don't like him trying to cancel and deplatform. Okay? My personal opinion is that is not a good idea. Although, holy cow. Wow. Okay. Oh shit, what did I just do here? Did I just accidentally close all my tabs? I just closed all my tabs. No! Oh shit. Chat, I'm fired. I'm fired. I can't. I gotta quit. I'm done. I'm done. I can't stream anymore. That is so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me try this again. No, what did it do? Why did it do that? Oh my gosh. There we go. That's the right button. Chat, for a moment I forgot that I have to press F11 to full screen and not F12. Here. Well, I'm bringing up the tabs. Let me read the 2 supers we got here. From BB Dest for $1.99. I found it more of the double standards. Yes, I agree. And the same for $1.99. Is it me or the audio cutting out every other second? Well, I hope not. You are the only one to have voiced concern about that. If somebody else is hearing that, please let me know. Go sleep. Listen, I've had a lot of sleep over the past 3 days. I'm wired right now. I'm wide awake. Alt F4 to recover taps. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh my gosh. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh my goodness. Shift Control T if you ever close a tab and want to bring it back. All right. Thank you. But anyway, let me do this the proper way, chat. The one thing I will say, we're going to zoom in here. There's way more zoomage on Mark Zuckerberg than I have ever wanted in my life. But chat, even though this was mid at best, it did get 2 million views. All right. It did get 2 million. Not as many as the Keemstar one. Oh, goodness. We'll wait. We'll wait, chat. Anyway. We're gonna wait a moment. Okay. It's in the water that got Mizu sick. They heard Occo was in stream and trying to finish the tea. Anyway, before the stream decides to stutter again, let us roll on out. So chat. And by the way, I will have the next segment recorded so that I can upload it as a segment. I do believe that what I want to talk about tonight is extremely important, and I want to talk. Unfortunately, I have the best internet that my apartment complex is able to have. Might need to reboot the router. Unfortunately, I did that when I got home today. I did that a couple hours ago, and I do it like once a week. So I don't know what's going on with it. Unfortunately, man. Unfortunately, it is just... I don't get it. You know what I could do? I could put the fan on it, but then I won't get cooled. Give me a moment. Maybe that'll help. Ow. My internet sucks. My internet should be just fine. I should have an upload speed of 40 megabits per second. Which isn't the best, but... Get a scuff microphone and this could be an experience. I am now sweating. Holy crap. I might need to turn on the AC. Oh my goodness. Sneaky Cats. Thank you for the $9.99 twice. I deeply appreciate it. My stream is, again, just deciding to go all over the place. And it is kind of pissing me off here. Oh. Please, stream. I'm, like, legitimately, I am watching it jump up and down. Thank God I don't use Obama internet. Thank God indeed. You know what I'm going to turn on my AC, which is going to be expensive, but I need to do it. So I will be right back. Lots of people are having issues with YouTube. No, it is me. It is me because my connection is going up and down. I don't understand it. Thank you again, Sneaky Cats. Let's see. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you for the $50. I deeply appreciate that. Okay, are we back? Are we back? I don't want to tempt fate here. We're 50 minutes into a stream that I'd like to keep about 2 hours here. No, we are not back. Are we back? I'll make it a little more stable. Oh, that's really nice. Thank you. Oh my gosh. It is just... I'm going to download Slobs tonight. I am going to download Slobs. And we're going to try out Slobs tomorrow. Because this is insane. And if Slobs does better, I guess I'm going to stick with Slobs. Holy crap. Are we back? Cool. I am just going to set a reminder for me to download Slobs. Sneaky cats. Thank you for... Hold on. Let me just count them really quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 $10 donations. And then thank you for the $100 donation. You are a total G-star. You did not have to do that, but you did. I deeply appreciate you. I wish I had more to give back to you. So thank you very much. You're really helping me out here. So thank you. I appreciate that. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna set this alarm. Oh man. Snaky, if you I don't know. Like if you want me to make an emote in your honor or some shit, I like DM me on Discord, because I don't know, I feel like that's the least I can do. I already have my emote artist working on another emote, but you know, if you want a custom emote, I'll have them work on that next. Occo does have a product to give back. Oh man. Well, since we met the goal tonight, very much appreciated. The Yippee Recovery Fund will be used to help out the Yippee. Here, let me. The Yippee is back to work. She is, unfortunately. Well, I will say this: the Yippee is back, but she's only half back. She's dancing, but her foot still fucking hurts. Her foot still fucking hurts, man. But she is doing the best she can, so please give her some 07s in the chat for her being able to dance. Where were we? Yes, we'll get back there in a sec. But again, thank you, Sneaky Cats, for the love. It's very much appreciated. Anyway, we're done with talking about Ethan Klein. I really just don't give a shit about either of them. They're two rich people. One of them is slightly less of an asshole currently than the other, and that's about all there is to it. So, let's talk about gatekeeping. And again, like I said, I am going to record this segment so that I can post it later, because I have no idea the volatility of the stream. And so here's what's going to happen. From this point onwards, if there is stream stuttering, I am not going to acknowledge it. I am just going to continue moving on and record this segment so that I can try and edit it down. And maybe I can try and put up a video tomorrow. That would be really nice. But anyway, let's talk about gatekeeping, chat. Let's talk about gatekeeping, because I'm going to be completely honest with you, chat. We need to have a serious discussion, okay? All right, this is a discussion that I've been thinking about for a while. Excuse me. Now, this may be mean for me and maybe others to say, but we have a big, major problem in some of our fandoms. This is something that I would like to talk about with Arch when I do an interview with him at some point in the future. He already said yes. It's just about setting a date. But we have an issue where we are allowing people that do not belong in our mediums to come in. This is something that I think with a lot of people, when it came to anime, we were willing to let people in because we just wanted to feel normal. I feel like a lot of people, when anime was getting off the ground, we just wanted other people to enjoy it with us. Because we didn't want to be the weird ones. And we felt like if more people got into it, maybe we wouldn't be as weird. But unfortunately, as more and more people have gotten into anime, the weirdos have started to propagate. We have people that, in my personal opinion, should never have been allowed into the mediums that we have. And because they are here, they are making it worse. I do have more explicit words for that. However, I really don't want to have to censor myself this early. But so it started with anime, and it's unfortunately gotten worse as VTubing has crept into the sphere. You know, as Kazuna AI dashed onto the scene and danced around for everybody to see, the Western world slowly became introduced to VTubers, and I will say I got introduced to VTubers pretty much exactly the same way. However, unlike a lot of people that I would consider tourists, I know how to be respectful of a medium. I know when something bothers me of a medium, I can just keep my mouth shut or not participate in a medium. Unlike a lot of people that we tend to see in the sphere, we see a lot of VTubers, all right, coming in. They're saying that they want to change different aspects. They want to get rid of certain things. Some of them saying they want to change aspects that they consider to be problematic. Now, do I agree with all aspects of VTubing? Not necessarily. I think that some aspects of the idol culture, which is where VTubing got some of its roots from, unfortunately are a little bit predatory. Depending on the company, it is worse than others, and I wish it was better. But I understand that we are not to change where the culture comes from, because that is not our job. Our job is to enjoy the culture, and we can choose to integrate with the culture. I like to liken this, and I don't want to go on a political tangent here, but I like to liken this like moving from one country to another, or from a city or state to another. When you move from one country, let's say that you move from England to America. You might not think that there is quite a difference in cultures, but there is a big difference from England to the rest of America. There are going to probably be pockets of America that share similarities with England. However, because we are a completely different nation, they kicked their asses a couple hundred years ago. We are a completely different nation. And if somebody from England who isn't allowed to hold knives or firearms, or I'll be honest, a lot of different things for that matter, if they want to come over here, if they want to be a respectful person, should probably integrate with the people that they want to be with. And if they're not going to be, they're probably going to be shunned. And this is pretty much exactly the same with all types of fandoms that we're in. Some fandoms do better than others when it comes to gatekeeping. Some leave their doors wide open for people to come in, and then it leads to people, unfortunately, shittying it up. I like to think of the SCP fandom. I know that, Mr. Medicare has a decent video talking about that, and he also does have a decent video just talking about how fandoms are ruined in general. But what typically happens is if you do not keep a safe hold on the places that you have, you'll have weird-ass people that come in, and they will change it. And so, I today am going to talk about an instance that happened recently where people realized, oh shit, the VTuber fandom, we need to gatekeep it more, and we need to hold the reins on who we allow to be speakers in this fandom. Because in my personal opinion, we're not doing a good enough job. Here, let me zoom in. We're not doing a good enough job to protect our anime waifus, alright? Alright? We need to protect, alright, our sacred fandom, alright? It's not perfect, trust me. There's a little bit of degeneracy here, alright? Some of us are weirder than others, but we all understand, or at least majority of us understand, that we're not going to try and change the roots of the fandom. Why? Because that is what assholes do. We do not go in and we do not change what has already been here. And so we need to protect it. We need to protect it. We need to shut the gates. All right. If some big streamer, all right, like this happened when Pokimane became, do you guys remember when Pokimane became a VTuber? Here, I'll show you real quickly. All right, I'll show you. All right, because Pokimane did have a VTuber model. I did show this the other night, but I am going to show you guys again. All right. Ooh, that might be a Dexterito article. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Chat, do you guys remember when Pokimane became a VTuber? Please get all these articles off my screen. Oh my gosh. Don't make me turn off ads. Just instinctively. But she had decided that she wanted to jump on the VTuber trend and put on a VTuber model. And somebody decided to make her a VTuber model. Now, if I remember correctly, she did one video, or maybe it was even a stream. I can't remember, to be completely honest with you, because it was so long ago. It was during the very beginning of the VTuber era, but she did it, and a shit ton of people got pissed off. Because back then, and that she does not deserve to be in a place that she does not already identify with. And she got very pissed off at that. She got very, very, very pissed off at that. As it says here in the article here, that she took a break from streaming, and then here, I'm just going to read it here so that I don't look like an idiot. So she announced on August 5th that she was taking a break from streaming, citing burnout from overworking as the main reason from stepping away, admitting that she hadn't taken a break since she graduated high school 6 years ago. Oh my gosh, that's right. She jumped out of high school into streaming, which isn't necessarily the worst thing in the world, but I think a lot of people, unfortunately, jump into streaming from high school and they don't know how to do this. After weeks of silence on social media, the streamer, who boasts over 5 million followers on Twitch, announced her big return and broadcasted for the first time since her decision to step away. Quickly, thousands tuned in to watch her playing Among Us with Ninja and all these other people. Just 2 days after her return, Pokimane is facing criticism from the VTuber community, who use digital avatars generated by computer graphics to represent themselves in VTuber or YouTube videos and live streams, which is a little bit more than that, Dexterito. Come on. You had a VTuber on your writing staff for a little bit. Holy heck. Holy heck. Sure, excuse me. So it says that she debuted her own version, which she intends to use during days where she doesn't feel like appearing on camera. So she intended, chat, for the longest time to use this when she didn't feel like doing her makeup. Or she didn't feel like putting on clothes. She was just going to do this. And now you can all probably imagine that why people were upset with this. Skipping down here, a quote says here, "You're cashing in on a trend. Whoa, to disgruntled fan. You're already famous and have shown your face. Why now? We work our hearts out. There's so many small VTubers that deserve recognition. You're hopping on a trend and saturating it more. How dare you?" So some people weren't happy. Now, chat, here's the funny thing, all right? Not only were VTubers unhappy with this woman, all right? Not only was she so out of touch thinking that she was going to try and appeal to new people, she pissed off her own fans. Because her own fans, who aren't there, all right? Listen, I'm just going to be honest with you here. People are not here to watch Pokimane for what she does. They're here to look at her, all right? I am sorry if that breaks the glass barrier for you, all right? The ceiling is gone and you've now seen the light. They do not watch Pokimane for anything else but her. And you are lying to me if you are there for her opinions. Because I have watched her streams. And if she's not reacting to Top Chef or watching Gordon Ramsay, she has shit opinions. All right? I hate all of her opinions. And I don't understand why she gives them. I just don't like them whatsoever. All right? And so when she translated from having her appearance, which she is a decently good looking woman, all right? She's not a bad looking woman at all, all right? When she transitioned from her normal appearance to being a VTuber, not only did she piss off the VTuber fandom, but a lot of her fans that are that are again there for her, they got pissed off. Rightfully so, in my personal opinion. Because when you build up a rapport with people as one thing and then just quickly shift it to another thing, people are going to get pissed off. So again, like, she cashed in on a trend, as some people said, and they were upset. And what did she do? She stopped using it. She stopped using it, period. All right. And so will she use it in the future? I hope not. I hope not, because I don't want her in the fandom personally. All right. If I am to say, chat, we are putting up the gate. The gate is going up for you first, Miss Amain. You are not allowed to be a VTuber in our space. And if you come in, we will reject you. And your fans will reject you too. And which is probably, in my personal opinion, why she has not done it since. Because she knows that if she becomes a VTuber again, her fans will leave her. She knows this. Is that a little depressing to think? Yes, it's very depressing. It's very depressing. And I'm laughing just because of how depressing it is. Because she knows why her fans are there. Kind of sad. It's kind of sad. I mean, like, I know in part some people are here just because you guys like the model as well. I understand that. All right. I don't personally mind that. Okay. But I also know that some of you are here because you actually do like my opinions. And I imagine that the same is probably true of Pokey. I imagine that some people actually like to listen to her opinions. But not a lot. Not a lot. Not a lot. I'm sorry, Pokey. I'm not a lot. But, so that is, in my personal opinion, the first gate that was put up. And in my personal opinion, we did a good job gatekeeping. VTuber fandom, gate kept very well. Has this VTuber model ever shown back up? No, it has not. It has not. And we hope to never, ever see it again. All right. Now, again, there have been multiple instances where we haven't really done the best with gatekeeping. And really quickly, I will read super chats here when I get to a stopping point. All right. Well, once I get to a stopping point, I will take a break to read your supers here. But I am just on a roll, and I would like to stay on that roll so that I don't get lost, because we all know that I do. But we have, unfortunately, not done the best with gatekeeping. And I think that, unfortunately, the problem is we do a good job gatekeeping people that are already big people. All right. We kept Pokimane out. We've kept a couple of other people out. But when it comes to unknown people, and I see this a lot in the fandom, where you will see brand new indie VTubers, they will jump into the scene, and they may be quiet for a moment about their personal opinions. Oh, don't want to push that. That's my computer button. They may be quiet for some of their opinions. And I'm sure you guys can think of some of these people, all right? You guys can think of people that are indie VTubers that walked onto the scene. And they might not have the worst VTuber model in the world. They might actually have an attractive looking model. They might play video games very well. They might have that cutesy... they might have that cutesy attitude, and they might do a decent good job at attracting people. But then they leak themselves. Then they show themselves to you. And you realize just how horrible they tend to act and how they try to change the medium that they walk into. I actually made a video on one of these people once, chat. It's actually one of the first videos on my channel that I actually really enjoyed making. I actually made it like in a weekend. It was about a lolly VTuber named Bunny Peep. I don't know if you guys remember this girl. I'm going to bring up my video really quickly here. Just do a quick promo of the video. Let me see if I can get a good stopping point of just her model here for you all here. I am going to blow this up real quickly. Does anybody remember? Oh, I'm covering the model. Hold on a moment here. Does anybody remember this girl? If you say no and you don't, that is okay. The reason why you don't remember this girl is because she's fucking gone. She disappeared. All right? Let me tell you the story of Miss Bunny Peep. She walked onto the scene with a petite lolly model. All right? Let's not get it twisted here. Lolly equals petite. I don't care what anybody else says. That is just how it works. Okay? She walked onto the scene with this model, and then she immediately started to try and push people down that said that she was a lolly model. Objectively, this is a lolly model. Why? Because she has a petite frame and she has childlike features. As much as she wants to deny that, that is the model that she has decided to create for herself. And I think she knew at the time what kind of model she had. But she walked into the medium, and she started to call people, in my personal opinion, created content that I really don't like, period. All right? I'm fine with cute lolly models. I don't mind them. I don't really like the lewd stuff. It skeeves me out, but by the same token, I don't care. I just don't care. I just don't associate with it, personally. Okay? You do you, and I stay over here in my corner, all right? Because I can respect the medium. But she walks in here with a lolly model. She starts to call people that like the lolly aesthetic predators and pedophiles. And understandably, the reason why this video exists is because so many people decided to start shouting at her. So many people were upset with her. Again, like I said, to the point where this VTuber had multiple... Let me see if I can find the original tweet here. Not that one. Not that one. This one right here. Now, if you might see here, chat, it's kind of obscured by this. It has 275 regular replies. It has 252 retweets. And I am telling you right now, more than half of that is quote retweets. And it was viewed almost 500,000 times. Almost 500,000 times was this woman talked about by people or viewed by people. And they chased her away. And they chased her away, which is kind of unfortunate. I think that her model is just fine. I think that it is very cute and very aesthetical. And again, if you are a petite woman, that works as a model for you. Okay? But she was not willing to respect the fandom. She came onto the scene, tried to change a whole bunch of things, tried to herd people, tried to chase out a existing route that already existed in the fandom, and she failed. And what ended up happening is she's no longer around. If you look up her Twitter account, it's either locked or deleted. And if you look up her Twitch page, it's either gone or it is inactive. I can't remember which. I remember the last time I checked, it was either or. But this woman has wiped herself away from the internet. And I personally, like, I saw a lot of things being retweeted back at this woman that I personally don't agree with. I don't agree with people shopping her model into situations that I personally don't agree with. But by the same token, she attacked these people. And I have a rule that if you decide to poke a bear, no matter how dumb you think that bear is, you don't do it. Because bears hurt. Bears hurt. I guess Bunny wasn't cute funny. She was not cute and or funny at all. And again, it's really unfortunate because she is an artist. If I remember correctly, she did make her own model. I don't know if she rigged her own model, but she made her own model. Holy shit. Excuse me. I'm going to take a moment here. She made her own model. All right, chat. And now it's completely useless. So I don't know how much money she lost on that, but imagine, okay, chat, imagine if she had spent thousands of dollars creating a VTuber model and she just abandoned it because she decided that she couldn't handle the heat. Oh, yep. Look, here. I'm going to show you real quickly. Look at this. This is her channel. Bunny Peep. It's gone. Here, let me see if this will fix it. Nope. Her channel's gone. She deleted it. Absolutely gone. That is unfortunate. And she didn't have to do that. She did not have to do that. Is her YouTube channel still here? Her YouTube channel still exists. Her YouTube channel still exists. Holy cow. Yep, her YouTube channel exists. Although, to be honest with you, YouTube channels, VTubers tend to forget really quickly. So I can understand why it probably still exists. Here, let me show you. This is her YouTube channel. No more videos. There were probably videos on it before. I know there were playlists. Look, she has some playlists right here. Her channel is gone. Her Twitch is gone. Her channel is gone. Her VOD channel has nothing on it. Absolutely wiped off the face of the earth. So let that be a lesson, okay? And I'm not trying to say this to scare people that potentially want to get into the fandom. But I need people to understand. There are going to be things that you come across that you don't like. As a Christian, I have had that happen multiple times. And there are multiple different ways you can take it. You can put up barriers, which I suggest. If you want to put up a barrier, if you want to be in a fandom and you don't want to interact with this content, more than welcome to. Put up barriers, all right? But be respectful, okay? Be respectful to these people. Because if you are not respectful, if you do not treat people with the kindness you want to treat, if you go on a horribly autistic Christian tirade against people, all that's going to happen is you are going to insulate people further, and they are going to attack you harder. Now, in a moment, when I get through Super Chats, we're going to go through another example where a bigger creator, all right, somebody who was bigger than Bunny Peep, decided to swing and miss. But because I am a dirty, dirty whore, I am going to read you money, and we're going to go through some supas here, all right? And I did see I got a big one. So because I got a huge one, I am going to read you first, sir. You guys are fucking insane tonight. I don't... Zevin Cross. Thank you for the 200. I deeply appreciate that. I remember everyone and their mama started doing VTubing as soon as Hollow EN was announced. I remember that day, and this was around during the beginning days of the culture war, and I knew the SJW types were going to try and fuck up the VTuber scene. And guess what? They did. They did. Did you ever reply to that? Because it looked like... Oh, yeah. The rest of it says, fuck up the VTuber scene, and it's always the EN VTubers. Because it is. It is always, 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 always English VTubers. There is probably 1 in 1,000 Japanese or non-English speaking VTubers that suck ass. Probably. I am waiting for somebody to show me a Japanese VTuber, the place where the origin of the roots come from. I'm waiting to see one that actually sucks. And you can't include the one that actually was a toxic bitch, because everybody for some reason really liked her until she was actually a bitch. Actually, you know what? We will include her. Never mind. My apologies. What was her name? She had the green VTuber model. I think she was in Hololive. Chat's gonna have to remind me here. I have an Android of her, because I thought that the stocks on that were going to go up, and it fucking fell apart, unfortunately. I can't remember her name, probably for a good reason. Narukami. No. Rushia. Yes, Rushia. Rushia is the exception to the rule, okay? Rushia, is my personal opinion, is the only VTuber that was toxic AF from Japan, and it was not for this reason. She was just a bitch. She was a bitch. And everybody rightfully said, get out of here, please. And she did. She's gone. She's gone. And hopefully she's learning her lesson. But something tells me she might not. Something tells me she might not. I don't know. But anyway, yes. Thank you, Zevin. I deeply appreciate you. Let me scroll back down through here. Lord Brutius, thank you for the 5. SCP is what happens when you leave the door wide open to the wrong people. Place is now full of Tumblr commie self-inserts. Yes. Chat, do you guys remember the harmless little doorknob that gets aroused? The sexual doorknob? You know how upset people got with that? I think what we're going to do, chat, maybe tomorrow or sometime this week, I am still deciding. We are going to have a stream where we react to Mr. Medicare stuff, because I think it is time that I rip off the Band-Aid and do some of that. Okay, maybe I'll drag somebody else from Lucky Entertainment on so that we can watch that too. We'll see, but I would like to do some of that with you. Would you guys like that, chat? Would you enjoy that? Would it make you guys go yippee? I think it probably would, but I do think it is time that we do some Mr. Medicare react, and then I'm gonna have to keep monetization off, because that shit's gonna get demonetized fast, especially if they don't censor out whenever he says some pretty heavy words. Those streams are going to be rated A for asshole. Oh, goodness. Here, give me a moment. I'm going to get a drink. Oh, excuse me. No, yeah, those streams are going to be fun, but I cannot wait. I remember of SCP that was voracious, basically being a vorhole. Hey, you know what? The best part about SCPs, chat, is that they are horrors beyond your imagination. And that's all they should be. They should not be an alien that is trans, because I'm going to be honest with you, while I respect trans people, that is not special at all. That is... Oh gosh, people are gonna hate me so much for this. That is... That is Julio in a dress down the street. Please don't hate me. Oh, fuck. Oh, I need to tell Bull that one later. Oh, fuck. Oh, man. Oh, chat. Did I tell you I tell my parents not to watch my streams? It's probably for the best. Although I don't think they would care. Oh, fuck. An Occo SCP. Listen, if that were to happen, it can't just be me. It has to be some eldritch being, alright? And it can't just be called me. If you can make a really good one, I'll accept it. And maybe I'll get art of it. Otherwise, I'm just going to say that it's a cringe OC Donut Steal. Anyway, let's continue here. Wolfbane, thank you for the 5. Pokemon did attack It's a Gundam, who was technically a pioneer of VTubing because he hides behind a model. It was like a few months to a year before. Gundam is an interesting case. I think that if you want to, the problem is retroactively, you can consider some people VTubers. But I feel like this is one of those situations where the council will have to vote. Okay? So, council, all of you are in chat right now. Press 1 if you would consider It's a Gundam a VTuber before VTubing, and press 2 if you do not. And I will go with the majority because the majority is king. Majority is king here, and that is all of you. So, one of you think that Gundam is a retroactive VTuber, and press 2 if he's a VTuber now. I feel like that'll be a good determination. And while you guys are voting, I am going to continue reading here. Mercenary, thank you for the 2. Insert, let's see. Inset, let me in. Insert, let me in me. Must mean. Thank you. I appreciate the 2. And Sly Maverick for the 5. Thank you again. One question I have about your model. How do you keep your glasses dry given that you're an octopus? Well, the cool part is, they are, oh shoot. What was the, I think in Finding Nemo, isn't there like a fish with glasses? I don't know. I could be wrong about that. But I feel like there's a movie where a fish wears glasses. Actually, no. We're just going to go by SpongeBob logic. All right? SpongeBob logic. It doesn't matter. We'll just go by that logic, period. All right? All right? That'll have to be what we use. Oh, my goodness. And before we even finish the Supas, Lord Brute... I'm sorry. I am butchering your name, and I feel deeply sad because you gave me money. Lord Bruticus. You'll have to tell me in the comments if I got that right. Thank you for the 20. We'll have to watch the VOD later. Well, VOD gang is best gang. I love everybody that leaves me comments on these streams. Trust me, I read all of them. It's kind of hard sometimes to read the comments from my videos because there's just so many. And typically when a video's in its first 24 hours, I get 1,000 comments and I'm like, I hope I read at least 10% of these. But I do appreciate the people that comment on the VODs. You guys are amazing. So please keep doing it. Because you have more likelihood for me to read your comment if you comment on a VOD, than if you comment on a video that is doing like massively well. And I am trying to get better about that, but you know, it just is what it is. Want to watch the VOD later, but I'll leave this quote from the Star Trek episode, The Drumhead. Quote, villains who twirl their mustaches are easier to spot. Those who clothe themselves in good deeds are well camouflaged. And I can agree with that. That is a good one. I deeply appreciate that. You get a heart for that. Thank you, sir. Okay. That is all the Supas up to this point. Again, you guys have been very generous tonight. I deeply appreciate it. The Yippee is definitely dancing down in the corner. She's begging, please give me money so I can go get ice cream. Please give me money so my foot can feel better. I can hear her down in the corner. Like, don't worry. The chat's been very nice tonight, Lil Yippee. You gotta make sure that you say thank you, Lil Yippee. Gotta make sure. Anyway. Chat. Let's continue talking about gatekeeping. Okay. I'm gonna have to remind myself to chop out the super chat part of that VOD there, or excuse me, of that video there. How's there fire underwater? Don't question it, because I can't answer that. I don't think he's a VTuber. Okay, let's check the comments here. What do you guys think? A lot of people are pressing 1s here. I'm seeing a few 2s, but most of you said 1. So I'm going to say that retroactively, Gundam is probably a VTuber. Again, it is a everybody votes kind of deal. And because everybody votes, if everybody decides it, it's good. It's like a case-by-case basis. And we have voted, in this case, that It's a Gundam can be a VTuber. So, well, there we go. Reasons Akko don't jam the Tism pills, the Yippee disappears. Exactly. We can't jam the autism pills because then the Yippee is gone. And we need the Yippee to stay. Also, I'm going to turn down my fan. Give me one moment. I can hear it and it sucks. I am so sorry. I might need to invest in a fan that doesn't make noise. Those things are always like $500 though. $500 for a motor that doesn't make noise. Can you imagine that? That's so dumb, in my personal opinion. Anyway, let's continue talking, chat, about gatekeeping. Okay? So I have, because it is getting into the later part of the stream here, I did want to talk about the one example that kind of kickstarted this whole discussion. Mizu has already talked about this. However, I believe in milking content, and I also believe in offering my own opinions. Before everything kind of went down, I was kind of thinking that I might give my opinions along with Mizu. However, shit had different plans for me. So instead, I'm going to give you my opinions tonight about a very specific person that decided to poke their head out of the trenches that is the vtubing space. They gave their opinion, and everybody shat on them for it, and they ran the fuck away. But before... I want to tell you how I think we got to this point. I'm going to tell you how we got to this point, and that is with me. Now, unironically, and I have no impetus whatsoever for this, but I believe, and again, I could be wrong, and if the main man himself wants to say I'm wrong, I will take it. I only have myself to go off of. But I believe that the comments given by Joe Cat were because of me. I believe they were because of me. And the only reason why I say that is because of his specific wording. Okay? And that is showing your face as the first thing that he decides to introduce here. So let me read my tweet, or excuse me, let me read his tweet in its entirety, and we'll go back. No, excuse me. Well, I don't want to go backwards here. Let me read my tweet in its entirety, and we'll get into the arguments here. Okay? We'll get into the arguments, and we'll move forward. So, in my original tweet, that has 12,000 views. It's not a bad tweet whatsoever. I'll be honest with you. I said this here. I was expecting some people to get mad. I was expecting some people to get mad. I got some people mad that I wasn't expecting, and then I got some people agreeing with me that I wasn't expecting. But I made this tweet on the 29th. I made this, I want to say, while I was at home. Yeah, I was at home. And I was interested in getting feedback. Oddly, I got 38 replies and 38 retweets, and we're gonna go through some of them. Okay? Akko calling her Oshi not a VTuber anymore. I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean here. Let me go through this, and I will tell you my justifications, chat. So, my tweet says, quote, I don't care who I piss off. I'm not gonna do that. That's dumb. But if you face reveal, you are not the same VTuber anymore. And if you stream more with your face than your model, you're not considered a VTuber at all to me. It is not the same, and I will gatekeep that opinion to the grave. VTuber equals no face. Okay. So, let me give you my autistic explanation here. And this again goes back to idol culture. And when I tell people this, it goes back to idol culture. When you are a VTuber, the biggest part of being a VTuber is not showing your face. It is the anonymity. It is the idol culture status of it. I even looked this up. Part of idol culture is building a persona that is not the real you. And that is one of the biggest reasons why VTubing is so separated from normal streamers. Because most normal streamers stream as themselves. Most of them stream as themselves. But VTubers, and I don't really fit this mold, but I try to, VTubers aren't themselves. Now, chat, I don't think I have to say, but IRL, I am not actually an octopus. I'm sorry if I have broken that illusion for you. We're gonna hold up the Men in Black mind wiper there. Yeah, the truth of the matter is, VTubers do not play as themselves. Most of them don't. I would say that all of the idol VTubers, and by the idol VTubers, I am saying all of HoloLive, to some extent Ninja Sanji. I have not watched, nor will I ever watch anybody from Ninja Sanji, but I have done some studying. I would say probably a good chunk of some of the VTubers in Sakana's VTuber agency group phase. I forgot it there for a second. And I would not say VShojo personally. I think that VShojo is kind of exempt from this. But all of the big idol VTubers here, they are doing a very specific type of VTubing. And that is the original type of VTubing. And that includes creating a persona that is wholly and completely different from your own, putting on a show and acting for people. typically they are singers, typically they are storytellers or artists, or maybe they're very good at video games, but the original VTuber is an idol. That is the roots of it. That is the bare bones way of explaining it. And part of being an idol VTuber, and this was the original point. And now, to be honest, I probably could be a little bit more better in describing this, but I wanted to write this without having to expand the message here. But the original intent behind being a VTuber is to be a persona that is not yourself. So, with that in mind, if you break that immersion, you can no longer, in my personal opinion, call yourself an original VTuber. And a lot of people asked for clarification. Some people asked me if MommaOcco, which who gives some clarifications for it. So, in my personal opinion, if you had your face out there before you were a VTuber, but then you either completely separated your identity or don't show your face anymore, like all of the HoloLive girls, I think you're a VTuber. An original VTuber. Okay? But, and again, I make these caveats because, again, I'm autistic, and because this is how my brain works. Okay? If you decide to be an IRL streamer that just decides to get a model, but you're still an IRL streamer, you're not a VTuber to me. I'm sorry. You're not a VTuber. Because in my personal opinion, and again, a lot of this is intent, but in my personal opinion, if you do that, you're doing it just because you want to cash in on the trend, which is being a VTuber. It is a pretty cool trend. A lot of people do it, but you're not an original VTuber. You're not the what I consider to be a VTuber. You're just a streamer with a VTuber avatar. Or if you started out as a VTuber, but you routinely show your face, I don't consider you a VTuber either. And the only reason why is, again, you are not following the code of being an idol. So, and those are my rules. Some people are upset with me with that. Some people think I'm retarded for that. Again, some people that I totally didn't expect, that after thinking about it makes more sense, got mad at me. Not mad at me. They just thought that I was dumb. But I think that my rules are fair. And the only reason I think that is when I think, and there are very, very, very few people that do not fit this mold. Very few. People I can name. Okay? But oftentimes, if a person who is a streamer becomes a VTuber and is still using their face, they are not trying to be a VTuber. They are just trying to cash in on the trend. Or if they are a VTuber who then shows their face, 9 out of 10 times, they are a thought. All right? I am just going to be real. 9 out of 10 times, they are a thought. They are not a VTuber. They are a whore looking for your money. If that makes sense. Jane Animations. If Jane Animations goes back and forth, she's not a VTuber. She is just an animator that has a VTuber model. I don't make... Well, excuse me. I did make the rules. However, they are adapted from the original rules. Pokimane, not a VTuber. Kiara and Mori are VTubers. That's math. Yes. Mori does not count. The reason why Mori does not count, all right? Very, very good example to point out. Mori Calliope has two personas. You have the VTuber persona, which produces banger, absolutely fantastic music, gets on stage, likes to jump around with people, sometimes likes to expose a crypto scam from one of her buddies, and then goes to bed. And then you have the person behind Mori that has her own life, her own business, her own music that is wholly separated from Mori Calliope. Is it the same voice? Yes. Yes, it is. However, they are so wholly separated because she has done in my opinion, a fantastic job in separating the person that they are not the same. And the only way you would know that Mori Calliope has another personality and another life is if you knew her previous life or you paid attention to very, very little things that don't even relate to Mori. Like when Maury's IRL self decided to stream with Kason. That was a little tell. That was a very little tell that told you about who Maury was. However, but beyond that, you cannot tell that they are exactly the same. They have kept them separate for a reason, and that is to keep the immersion up, and that is to keep the original intent of being a VTuber alive. I can probably guess the answer, but Bao, if Bao has showed her whole face, because here's the additional clarification. This is where it gets autistic for me, and this is more of a personal opinion, not actual fact. But if you show your face, but not the whole face, like if you do what Bao does where she covers up part of her face, I still think you can be a VTuber. I still think you can be a VTuber. Okay? But if you show your entire... I don't even care if you show parts of your body. But because there are people who do hand cam streams, some people are weird and they do the foot streams. It is the face that, in my opinion, kills it. If you show your face, you have immediately broken the immersion of every single viewer that saw you, the VTuber, as a VTuber. Because that face is the identification of the real person. Body parts are body parts. I can see somebody's hand, somebody's foot. It could be fat, it could be thin. You know, I can even see somebody's boobs. And I could identify that with literally any other person on the internet. But your face is the one identifying feature that makes you different from everyone else. And the moment you show that, you will never be seen the same to me. Ever again. Thirst trapping is still safe. I think you're a whore or an e-thought or Mizu, which is his own category. But I still think you're a VTuber. Bao breathes. She is a thought. Yes. What about VTweeters? VTweeters are their own thing. VTweeters are their own thing. Again, I say all of this because this, in my personal opinion, is a valid gatekeep to weird people. Because most of the time, okay, most of the time, and I preface all of this to come back to the original point, and that is gatekeeping, okay? Most of the time, I would say more than 90% of the time, when a VTuber shows their face, they are a thought. Or they are somebody that is looking for external attention that they are not getting from being a VTuber, and so they are showing their face in an attempt to gain extra attention. Every single time I have seen it, that is what they are doing. Whenever it's the, hey, show your face trend, they're looking for external validation that they are not getting from being a VTuber. And at that point, they shouldn't be a VTuber. They should just be an e-thought that does the hot tub streams. I am sorry if that is mean or if that is cruel. That is just me. Okay? So I believe in order to keep out those people, the people that, in my opinion, tarnish what makes the VTubing culture a good place, I do not consider them VTubers. And I will actively not consider them VTubers. And if people get mad at me, they can get mad at me. But I do not consider them VTubers. Any VTuber who has shown their face after the fact of putting on a model and has been serious about it, they are not a VTuber anymore. Okay? That is my gatekeep. That is my gate that I am putting up, and you are allowed to disagree with me. In fact, I encourage you to give a good reason why you disagree with me, but that is just me. I say this to preface, I believe that Joe Cat made this tweet because of what I said. Because my tweet gained a decent amount of traction, a decent amount of people saw it. A decent amount of people saw it. In fact, I'm going to go to the quote retweets here. Hopefully I don't see anything crazy. Immediately, somebody saying gatekeeping and VTubing is weird. VTubing is for everyone. I disagree. I disagree with this person wholeheartedly. VTubing is not for everybody. In fact, VTubing is only for people who are willing to respect it. And there are people that will not respect it. Hands down. Okay? We're going to ignore Ginny's opinion because Ginny is contrarian sometimes to be contrarian. But this is a good one. Here's a good opinion. This person says, I cannot get over the amount of brain damage. Well, that's very mean of you, considering how many people think that autism is a form of brain damage. But I can't get over the amount of brain damage it requires to form an opinion like this. Oh, by the way, I don't consider it brain damage. I just consider it like a mental disorder. I cannot fathom the depths of your idiocy. Oh, that's very mean. How, honestly, who or what makes you the top authority in deciding some backwater rule like this? It's not a backwater rule. This is idol culture. And if you're not willing to be part of idol culture, you're not a VTuber. Excuse me. You're not an original VTuber. You are somebody that uses a VTuber model. What about people who have their faces exposed? If somebody... okay, so here's a good caveat, or here's a good cutout. If your face gets exposed through some asshole on the internet, you have an ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend, they have your face, they showed out on the internet. I still think you can maintain the VTuber mantle. Like, when Shizzy decided to face dox a whole bunch of HoloLive members, I still think that they're VTubers. Why? Because they did not intentionally put it out there. They did not intentionally share their face. It all matters about intent, in my personal opinion. And the intent of somebody having their face leaked is not them. That is not themselves. That is not what they wanted. So I still consider them a VTuber. Okay? So automatically, my carve-out is excludes that. The immersion would be broken. If you don't bring attention to it, no. Here's my advice. All right? If you are a big VTuber, if somebody doxes your face, you do not acknowledge it. You do not talk about it. You do not say that you know it exists. It does not exist. Okay? You obviously need to take steps to try and mitigate the amount of space that covers, but you do not acknowledge its existence, because to acknowledge it is to give credence and to spread around that it exists. Because I'm telling you right now, if I have taken steps to protect my image on the internet, but if for whatever reason I have a family member or maybe a future ex-lover that decides to put my face on the internet, I am not talking about it. I am just going to do my best to mitigate the traffic of that information, and I'm going to move on. And I'm not going to acknowledge it. And if people talk about it, because I'm sure that there are going to be small scores of people that see it, cool, whatever. But overall, if you do not give credence to that, it will not affect you. And I do not believe it will destroy the immersion. What is up? Hello, Ava. Welcome. What if someone was on Facecam before VTuber and then stops being one? Do you allow the streamer to become a VTuber? If they wholly decide to stop being a Facecam streamer, yes. If they take the creed of discarding their face and becoming a VTuber and start over, then yes, I'm fine with that. I wouldn't even mind if somebody uses the same channel. It all matters around intent to me. And again, people could disagree. I see a couple people disagreeing, and that's completely fine. You disagreeers are allowed to disagree. I'm just explaining my own thoughts. Okay? My understanding is Gura did not. Yeah, I mean, like, I believe Gura... I don't think she had her face on the internet before, but everybody knew who Gura was before. But I don't believe that the immersion for her is broken, because she not only does Gura not acknowledge her past... well, she might acknowledge some of it now, but, like, the immersion is not broken with her. Everybody knows who Gura is. It is completely separated from whatever previous life account that I can't even remember the name of that exists. Again, it all matters around intent. And that is the important thing. Again, I probably could have done a better job in articulating that in this tweet. I do have some follow-ups where I talk about that. Some people ask questions, and I give some clarifications. But again, it all matters around intent. Okay? And oftentimes, when we talk about VTubers that show their face, and I'm thinking of the kinds of people that Joe Cat likes to swim around with, they are not the people I want in this fandom. Am I getting rated right now? Hold on. Oh my gosh. Holy shit. Really quickly, Sneaky Cats, thank you for the tier 1. How many gifted subs here? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Thank you for the 10 gifted subs. I deeply appreciate that.
Hey everybody, I'm here to expose MommaOcco. She is the big stinky.
Oh no, you can't do that. You can't ruin the immersion for people. That's not fair. Hold on. I'm gonna pull you up here. I'm gonna let me know if you want to pull up more than your Fugi, and I'll Oh, is your Fugi broke? Your Fugi is broken.
Okay, hold on. I need to make sure my camera settings are correct. Yeah, give me just one quick second.
My apologies, chat. Now I've been thrown off a little bit, but thank you again for the did somebody actually raid me on YouTube as well? Hold on a moment. I am. Thank you, Dama, for the raid as well. Hello. Welcome, welcome. I also see another super chat. I'll get to the super chats here at the end. Anyway, well, let me know when you've figured it out. Oh, never mind. I won't even. I'll just pop you back out here. Boop. There we go. Perfect. But anyway, when we're talking about the kind of people I don't want in the VTuber fandom, they are exactly the kind of people that JoeCat is talking about in this tweet. So I want to break down this tweet, and I may go a little bit over stream tonight. I won't go 3 hours over because, again, me and Ava are going to watch Breaking Bad later. But I want to go over the issues I have with JoeCat and what he is saying here. Because what JoeCat is advocating for is the breaking down of what makes a VTuber and what makes them appealing and cool to people. Flapping ears, yes. So, let's walk through this, okay? Again, showing your face, that is a breakdown of what makes a VTuber sacred. And that might sound retarded.
I'm not a PNG tuber. I'm just a VTuber that's low on mana, but I'm gathering energy.
Oh, that's perfect. What's my take on PNG tubers? They're still VTubers. I mean, they're not like a full 2D VTuber, but I would still consider them VTubers. I consider them, again, if like they don't show their faces, they're still VTubers to me. Again, it all matters around intent and what the purpose is, because we all kind of start somewhere. But no, that's my belief is that they are all VTubers as well. They're just not with a 2D model that walks around. But anyway, I kind of lost my train of thought here. My apologies. Let me start over. So the kind of people that I don't want in this fandom are the people that JoeCat is advocating for in this tweet. The people that are in the English VTubing community, a good majority of them that fall under this tweet, I don't want in this community. Because all of those kinds of community, they bring...
Let's just call this what it was, and this is the occasional 6 to 8 month rage bait post that JoeCat is kind of known for.
Oh, I've known
him long enough to recognize this pattern of behavior in them. Mm-hmm. What happened to them quitting the internet, remember?
No, I agree. And Mizu actually brings that up because occasionally, chat, what's going to happen is JoeCat's going to be like, oh my gosh, I need to quit the internet. That happened every single time. What happened last time, chat? Last time JoeCat quit the internet, he was going over to Blue Sky. Guess what? JoeCat was like, I'm going to Blue Sky. I'm never, ever coming back. He came back. This is from his Twitter. It's a deleted tweet now, which is pretty funny. But he came back and decided to start tweeting. And guess what? JoeCat is also VTubing now.
I remember when he was upset that people were apparently harassing him over the I Like Girls video.
Yep.
And what ended up happening is he's quitting YouTube. Oh, it's such a terrible loss to the D&D community. And then like 3 or 4 months later, he just popped up as a VTuber.
Yep.
Now, technically, he had debuted in May of 2023, but he had not posted any content as a VTuber for over a year.
Yep.
His content didn't start ramping up until November or December 2024.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, autistic researching here. How can I help you?
No, you're exactly right. JoeCat does this a lot. I do agree. But I felt like it was good to break down this tweet because, again, I have issues with what JoeCat is advocating for. Chat, and again, like to kind of just like, again, round back to the opinion of gatekeeping. I do not want the kind of people that JoeCat is advocating for in the VTubing group. Mostly just the first one, all right? When it comes to the other things here, having a partner, I don't necessarily... Like, if you decide that you want to come out and say that, I know that Lumi is very open about it. I don't think that saying that you have a partner disqualifies you from being a VTuber. I think that if you want...
I will say, yeah, like, partner... Look, I view VTubing and I view content creation in general, especially in terms of like operational security for a creator. Your operational security is only as strong as your weakest link. The more you offer about your personal life as a creator, the more ingress points someone who might not have the best intentions have to get to you.
Yes.
So do not offer those ingress points. That means showing your face. That means being open about who you may or may not be in a relationship with. If you are interested in maintaining your anonymity, these are some of the worst things that you could do in terms of your operational security in maintaining that anonymity.
I agree. Yes. And a funny point, and I'm pretty sure that you also watched this as well. Legal Mindset had a video kind of talking about this as well. Chat, one of the reasons why you don't talk about your partner, and again, this is one of those points where I will judge people less, partially because I have a friend who I have Lumi, who has already stated online that she's got a partner. But part of the reason why I have an issue is because the moment you mention that you have a partner, it can make people more rabid. It can make people want to seek you down more. It can make people want to potentially harm said partner to get to you, because we have yanderes out there that are like that. We have people out there that are crazy like that. So as a general rule, if you are in a relationship with somebody, most of the time you probably shouldn't mention it. Again, I think
remember, if there are developers, if there's more than one developer who's out there making yandere sims, I promise you this is common enough to be a concern.
Yeah. Again, I think that Lumi's a specific carve out, and I will talk about the kind of VTuber that me, Lumi, and Mizu are, because I'm going to be honest with you, chat. Just because I'm pretty sure somebody asked what kind of if I would fall into the idol culture. No, I would not be considered a idol VTuber.
And actually, I will say this: like, for instance, Rev says Desu has Strawby, and you also have Lifu has Zen. There are exceptions to the rule, but very often what you will see with those is the partner is also a content creator. If the partner is not a content creator, remember, they never really asked for any of this. Yeah. But the most oftentimes you see it working where someone's maintaining a relationship as a content creator or VTuber is when their partner is also a VTuber.
I agree. So yeah. To wrap around to it, just mentioning that you have a partner is a huge risk, not just to you, because to you it can be a little bit different. You can shrug past it, but your partner will probably not ask for any of the potential issues that come with you being on the internet. And again, that is a conversation that needs to be had between them.
Look, there's a reason why Spider-Man doesn't show his face in public, okay?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's a good point. I agree. That's a good point. And chat, I'm going to be honest with you. There is a reason why I will probably never tell any of you if I have a partner. If I ever have a partner, you will never know. I will never tell you. I could have one right now, but you will never know, because that is not something that is worthy of sharing. Because if I ever do get a partner, chances are they're probably not a content creator.
I think the most healthy speculation that chat can do is, like, you know how there's the constant jokes about like VDLX Camilla or VDLX Annie and shit like that?
Yeah.
Like, it's more playful than anything else, and they play into it for like people who like to ship, but it's not like, oh, this is actually my boyfriend or actually my girlfriend, because if you saw that, you would see a portion of their audience lose their goddamn mind.
Yes.
I mean, what was that one Japanese VTuber who, like, it was exposed that they were dating that popular idol, that male idol, and then, like, I mean, there were people who were like burning her merch and stuff. Like, it destroyed them, and I was like, holy shit, okay, I now know not to reveal this part of my life to my audience.
And chat brings up a good point. OnlyFans models don't say that they have a partner to keep the illusion that to their subs that they have a chance if they pay money. I mean, I personally would never, that's not why I would never say. Again, I just don't say if I would ever get a partner. Again, because if I get a partner, they're probably not going to consent to having themselves on the internet or ever want that. So with that in mind, I'm just never going to talk about it. Like, never, ever. So, and again, there are carve outs. There are very specific instances where that could be okay. However, you have to understand that if you want to be an idle VTuber, which again, really quickly, is something that Joe Cat is advocating for the destruction of. Joe Cat here really saying that he really doesn't like idle VTubers like Mori or all of the other Hololive girls here. Really funny, in my personal opinion. But that breaks it down and destroys the roots of it, and I think that's a bad idea.
There's a lot in idol culture that is terrible. I will agree, but there's a lot that's also what I would say is really, really good. And there are large companies that right now head the industry that are setting an example of what good select portions of idol culture, if like picked and chosen carefully, are applied to VTubing subculture. I think that Joe Cat just misses the mark because he got into VTubing, he saw what big corpo VTubing looks like, but because he's in the indie space, he's like, oh yeah, we're breaking it down, we're a grassroots move. No, dude,
actually,
you're not doing what you think you're doing, and you're speaking from a place of ignorance.
Actually, if I look at his account, I think Joe Cat is part of a group, or at the very least has a manager. I will have to look, but I'm pretty sure I saw that he had a manager and was part of some sort of group. Don't take my word on that, chat, because I can't find it right now.
Oh, do that, does he?
I think so.
Is he part of Mythic?
No. No, I think it's like a small-time group. I will have to find it. But I was pretty sure that I saw that he was like a part of some sort of little group and that he had a couple other people with him. Again, don't take my word for that, chat, because I could be wrong and I don't want to give you the misinformation. Okay. But anyway, the last point about this that I really wanted to touch on before we get to some of the quote retweets here, chat, because some of the quote retweets really like to shout themselves as people that we need to gatekeep against. And there's one in particular I wanted to go over. All right. The last one is keeping parasocialness in check. Now, chat, I don't think that you have to not be an idle VTuber to keep parasocialness in check. There's different things that you're just going to always have to do to try and keep the parasocialness of your fans together in check. It's something that I constantly have to do. I constantly have to remind people of the boundaries and barriers, and some of them get upset and kind of hurts, but you have to remind people of this all the time. And I find it kind of...
There are lines, you know, that, and I would say I perhaps am a little bit more parasocial audience than what most would do. But like I've had it where somebody, when I first started and I connected a PayPal business account that was owned by my brother to my Ko-Fi. Well, this person decided to like reverse search that, found out that the business account was owned by my brother, and like asked me about it. It confronted me about it, and I was like, what the absolute... That is a line there.
Yes, that is a line
where you go, no, what the hell, dude? It's one thing if like we're friendly and oh, hey, I love my audience and everything, but it's another thing if you're like reverse searching the emails that I'm deciding to use to maintain my anonymity, you maniac.
Yes, that is a line that you oftentimes have to get on people for, which is why sometimes I'm kind of scared of services that use your PayPal as a form of payment. Sometimes it's very, very scary. I don't like it that much, but you know, it's just kind of something you have to deal with. But anyway, yeah, like I just don't understand what Joe Cat is saying here. And again, Joe Cat, to kind of round out the rest of the
What's nice
here,
is because I am using a PayPal business account, at least until those terms I think were going to change, but because I am using a PayPal business account, it can be filtered through the business name or a business item number associated with my content. So anyone who donates to me, they only see the business name of the account that I'm using and the item name EvaElfpire Eva. So
well, you can still have a filter. I know that people were afraid of the some of the information changing, but it was found out that you actually still don't get to reveal your name. You can choose what information is seen on the information for that, and I can show you later because that is something that VTubers should pay attention to if they have a business account. Oh goodness. So I'll show you later.
I am not Legal Mindset in disguise. Why would Legal Mindset moonlit as an elf lawyer when he's already a Florida lawyer?
Exactly. Why would he moonlight as a elf lawyer with bad internet when he is just a Florida lawyer that flies around and somehow still has good internet. It doesn't make any sense. No offense to you.
Look, he flies around Asia, and Asia's like the internet capital of the world.
Exactly. So he's just got good internet regardless. Anyway, to round out this tweet chat, JoeCat is one of the people that I think we need to gatekeep against. Because like him, like multiple other people like him, they see a community, they see a way to jump in, and they come in thinking that they can change the roots. Again, he is very actively saying he wishes to change the roots.
Well, look, here's exactly. That's my problem. Is you look at a group of people and you go, I want to be a part of that so I can change how they function. Well, no, then you're just like, you're colonizing, but like on a high school click level. It's very bizarre.
It's very accurate, yes. Like JoeCat, I highly doubt you'll ever see this, but man, you sound like a colonizer right now. And I know you're part of the group of people that hate colonizers, but man, you sound like a colonizer in an Asian country, and that fucking must bite to hear. And I'm sure that some women would be okay with you colonizing them, but you don't. I don't think a lot of people want you colonizing them. So we're gonna end off and hope that you recognize your colonizing ways, you filthy white person. And move on. That was a joke, by the way. Oh, anyway, chat, really quickly.
Here they come with their white privilege going, oh, don't worry, we can make things better for you. And then all of a sudden, you're in England, you're in a dress that makes no sense, and you've contracted smallpox.
Oh, that's dangerous. Like Drake. He did apologize for it later. He did, but I still think that he wouldn't apologize if he didn't get enough heat for it, which is the problem, is that he won't apologize unless you give him heat. Anyway, I have two things I really wanted to show tonight. Chet, I wanted to go through some of the quote retweets from this because, oh man, there were a lot of them. Some of them might not be safe for work, so I'm not going to show them, but there were a lot of them. But I wanted to go through two more quick things here tonight, chat. The first one is one of the people that decided to retweet another tweet talking about JoeCat. And that is this Demi person who, in my personal opinion, also probably needs to be filtered from the VTuber community because of how they talk and how they act and how they treat other people in the space. So we're going to go over this really quickly. And again, the main purpose of this is to talk about barriers that we as people put up. And again, I think we need to start a movement, chat. I think VTubers as a whole need to start a movement. I am asking for generals of war to be assembled here. We need to assemble a war to push people that do not need to be in our fandom out. All right, we need to push these people out so that we do not have people that would try and ruin our fandom. Okay, how are elves not extinct? I sent you the post in DMs.
I'm gonna create a rap that's a parody of Without Me, but it's with gatekeeping. I'm not sure yet.
Okay, hold on a moment. I was sent something. Oh, perfect. Thank you, Schnitzel. I appreciate that. But anyway, this individual, their name is Demi VT. This individual here, we're going to look over their name really quickly. Oh, that's right. I forgot they blocked me. This individual, I do not want in the VTubing community, specifically for this opinion alone, chat. Specifically for how they choose to act here, I don't want them in the VTubing community. And funny enough, a lot of people look to agree. A lot of people agree with me, judging on the amount of people that quote retweeted them and talked about them. You're right, I am such a bigot, I need to use their proper pronouns. They should not be in the VTuber fandom. So what they did is they took a picture of this person who said, I hate tourists, in reference to JoeCat. And they would say, imagine being such a parasocial basement dweller that you're upset that VTubers set healthy boundaries. And by the way, these are not healthy boundaries. Showing your face or talking about your partner in very specific examples can be okay, but for the most part is not healthy, especially on the internet. I don't know how many times I have to mention that before people get it. So they say setting healthy boundaries and enjoy being seen as people, not just characters for entertainment. VTubers are entertainment. All right, VTubers are there for entertainment.
Let's all enjoy this for a second. Remember, Joe Cat opened it up with being grateful that barriers are being broken down, and yet somehow this absolute troglodyte interpreted that as setting healthy barriers. I'm sorry, you can't have it both ways. You can't knock down barriers and have healthy barriers. You knock down the barrier.
Yes, I agree. Make idle VTubers great again? Maybe. We'll think about it, chat. Maybe. But they say that apparently what Joe Cat is advocating for is a healthy boundary. I don't think that what Joe Cat is advocating for is healthy. I think that what Joe Cat is advocating for destroys fandoms and makes them worse. We get more people like this Demi person that shitifies our fandoms and makes them actively worse. All right, I am sorry, but Demi, you shitify the VTuber fandom with your takes. Okay. And I love how the last thing they say is that idol culture is notoriously healthy for idols and fans. Not always. It's not always healthy, but what you're advocating for is not healthy either. And I wholeheartedly disagree. And what's funny is when they get criticism. Okay,
to be fair, I'm going to point out you're having an autism moment. They're being sarcastic when they mention the healthiness
You are true. You
idol
are right.
culture for VTubers and their fans. That's a /S moment.
Fair enough. I'll take the beating for that. I'll take the beating for that as well. But I do want to say it is really funny that when somebody does, like, in my personal opinion, a light jab, they lose their fucking mind about it. And I'm gonna be honest. they continue to get ratioed. And this person, again, Demi is the kind of person that I don't want in the VTuber sphere. All right, like, just hands down. If you're gonna be part of this sphere, there are rules that you must follow. And if you don't follow the rules, you're not a VTuber.
Demi and like characters like Marina VT, like there is a certain way they phrase how they talk about even like generally like ambiguous or like innocuous, like kind of like not super controversial. They can make it controversial. They can phrase it in such a way that victimizes people that were never victimized and makes another group of people out to be an oppressor that they never were. And frankly, it's like tabloid journalism behavior, and it's disgusting.
I agree.
That needs to be gatekept.
I agree. It does need to be gatekept. It does need to be gatekept. 110%. I agree. Now, chat, we're gonna end off on one other final example here. All right, we've spent a long time. There's been over an hour talking about this. I'm gonna have to trim down quite a lot of this. It's okay though. But we're gonna talk about one big example that, in my personal opinion, I believe somebody's heart was in the right place for this, but it was a swing and a miss. And I personally, I'm thankful because it doesn't seem like much will come of it. But I was personally quite pissed off at this VTuber when they did this. And that was when Iron Mouse decided to bring Kai Cenat on the screen with them. Is Sylvia a VTuber? No, Sylvia's not a VTuber. Sorry, Sylvia is banned from being a VTuber. But no, so Iron Mouse decides to bring on Kai Cenat because they're kind of having a little beef because they're going for the world record thing.
Sorry that, Sylvie. I actually have your VTuber card right now. And it's weird because you've been given and offered a huge number of VTweeter cards, but your VTuber card has just not been authorized for use.
So, that was great. So, chat. Iron Mouse is doing this stream where she's trying to hit the world record. Kai Cenat is the previous world record. So instead of like their fandoms are feuding, and unfortunately, because Iron Mouse is going for the world record, it is breaking into the normie scene. And this is something that was inevitable. You can't ask people to be small people forever. People are going to eventually break into the norm. That is not the problem I have. Okay? Because there is a healthy way to do things, and then there is an unhealthy way to have people come into a norm. And having Kaisenat come in with a VTuber model pissed me off. It pissed me off because, and I believe that Kaisenat is not a bad person. I've watched some of his streams. He's a very flamboyant black guy, and I think that he's totally fine. The problem I have is his fans are not chill. Not whatsoever.
Are you guys ready to see how thick of a rock I've been living under? Who is Kaisenat?
He is one of the bigger streamers on Twitch. But like the problem I have is not necessarily him, because I think he can be respectful. And to his credit, he did pretty much, in my personal opinion, a very respectful job when it came to talking and being with Iron Mouse. But I do not believe his fans will, because the problem with his fans is they're fucking normies, chat. And you know, chat, all of you know what I think of normies and what you guys think of normies.
Didn't Kaisenet's fans like attack the shit out of Iron Mouse for getting the
They did.
subscriber all-time subs active subs on Twitch?
A lot of people, a lot of random people.
Even Kaisenet had to like come on and be like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? Like his audience is not okay.
Yep. Yeah, that happened. That happened, and it was really, really unfortunate because again, it shows, in my personal opinion, where the world is in terms of the introduction of VTubers. And it's not ready. There are too many normies, unfortunately, in the newer generation that are going to try and destroy what VTubing actually is. And in my personal opinion, we're not ready for it. We're not ready for those people. I think that those people are going to walk in, and like some of the people that we've already seen already, a lot of them that are often called out on my podcast, we're not ready for them. We're not ready for the shitification of all of these random ass people that are going to come into the fandom.
Honestly, I'll say this right now. You know how a lot of drama tubers, and I mean flesh drama tubers, will start out one of their videos where they do a hit piece on another person and they're like, oh, don't harass, blah, blah, blah. And that never actually works. Something that I do, something I know MommaOcco does, something I did actually just the other day, is if I find out that an audience member of mine has gone out to another VTuber, VTweeter, whatever the fuck, and I find out you've been harassing them, you're banned from my community. That is how you foster accountability and responsibility within your chatters.
Same.
Is making them and holding them responsible. I'm not going to just give you a disclaimer. I will enforce that, and I will exclude you from my community if you decide to harass other people based on a video I make.
I agree. The rule holds firm, chat. We've had to ban people in the past in the Under the T server for this, but let me say it right here, right now, for God and angels and these witnesses. If you harass people and I get evidence of it, you're gone. I am not even going to ask you. You are gone, because I do not tolerate that. Like I say in all my videos, the point of these streams is not to harass people, but to point and look. And if anybody goes off of anybody, and I get proof that it is one of you, you're gone. Because that's not how this works. Anyway. The reason why I wanted to talk about this tonight, chat, just kind of rounding out here, because again, we're going long, and I want to finish up here. So I want to do some stuff before stream. Or before me and Ava watch Breaking Bad. The reason why I wanted to talk about this, chat, is Joe Cat reminded me that we need to oftentimes hold back forces that would damage what we love. And VTubing is a medium that, while imperfect, has a lot of great people in it. And I would want nothing more than to keep it and improve it, honestly, by gatekeeping and by pushing out people that would try to damage it. So I believe that we need to start gatekeeping our fandoms better, or especially the VTuber fandom better. I believe it has to be gatekept harder. I believe that we need to enforce it, and we need to ignore people that would try and break it. So that is why I do what I do. I don't know, it's kind of like a round out here. I do what I do to poke at the people so that we can get rid of the bad apples in our community. That's pretty much it when it comes to gatekeeping. When it comes to gatekeeping, chat.
Guys, it is what it is.
It is what it is, yes. When it comes to gatekeeping, chat, don't forget, you are the only ones that stand at the gate, keeping what you love from being defiled. So keep it well guarded, and do not let the people that would harm it get in, because that is the only way we keep it safe. Anyway, that's about going to do it for this stream today. Chat, I hope you enjoyed. Ava, thank you as always for jumping in. Very much appreciated. I am going to read the super chat. She disappeared. Oh, she's gone. She's gone. She poofed. That's okay. Let me turn off the thing here. Where is it? There it is. I'm going to read the super chats here, chat. If you do not want to stick around for the supas, thank you for being here tonight. I deeply appreciate all of you. I will be back tomorrow night. Today is Tuesday. I will be back tomorrow night for probably something completely different. I was planning to play MapleStory tonight. Probably didn't get to do that tonight. We'll probably play some MapleStory while we're reacting to Mr. Medicare tomorrow, because tomorrow is Mr. Medicare night. So if you guys want to react to and talk about some of the old days, some of the good old shit when it comes to Mr. Medicare, definitely tune in tomorrow. But in the meantime, I'm going to read the supas here. And if you want to bounce out now, I appreciate you. But we're going to go ahead and get along here. So let me scroll down through here. Let's see. I read that one. I read that one. There it is. Okay, so we're going to start off here. Mercenary with the 2. As soon as JoeCat pushed the trans flag, I called it. Well, it's a sad red flag there, but it is indeed a red flag. Then again, Sneaky Cats, thank you for all of the gift memberships over there on Twitch. You're very much appreciated. Again, very much big supporter tonight. I appreciate you. Zevin, thank you for the 20. Why is there water in the fire? Why? Why is there water in the fire? Why? I just don't understand. Respect to those who know the reference. Oh, goodness. Mercenary for 2. Thank you. You're not as stinky as my sister's dog. Damn. I don't know if that's in relations to me or somebody that we talked about, but I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you. Sly, thank you for the 5. JoeCat lives up to his name, but without the @ because he's a joke. Also, Ava, has anyone told you that you sound like Starfire from Teen Titans? I will let her know. In fact, I'll actually, I will take a picture of that right now, and I'll send that to her. But she probably, I don't know, maybe she has, maybe she hasn't. Appreciate that. Ooh Gaming, thank you for being a member for 5 months. All he gave was the mom glow emote. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you for being a member for 5 months. It's very much appreciated. And then 7 again for 5. You can also lose people who send super chats if they find out you have a lover. It's a whole parasocial girlfriend experience stuff. Yes, it is. It is, it is, it is. Again, that is why, chat, if I ever get a partner, you will never know. I know we've joked about it, but I will never tell you. All right? And it doesn't even have anything to do with the loss of super chats or stuff. It just has to do with the fact that my future partner, especially if they aren't somebody on the internet, you know, they will not have asked for this. And I will make damn well sure that if I do get a partner, that they will be protected. Just figured that was something important to put out. So somebody joked that there would be signs, but I will make sure that there will be no signs. You will just never know. The Psychotic, thank you for becoming an elite goober. I appreciate that. And I believe that is it for tonight. One's biz is their biz. I agree. And, you know, I think it's also important for me to point out that, like, you know, while I do give chat a little bit more of the real me than idle VTubers do, and I did want to, like, mention really quickly here, chat, here, since the supas are over, I'll turn this off. While I am not what a lot of people would consider a traditional idle VTuber, I don't really consider myself an idle VTuber. I do consider myself a kind of VTuber. I don't consider myself an original kind. I do consider myself a cutout because what I do is very specifically different and special. And that is to laugh at idiots on the internet, because in every single fandom, we need somebody like that. I don't really know where I was going with that. Anyway, you guys are all fantastic. Again, thank you for everybody that came by tonight. A lot of you have, like, quite literally thrown it out of the park with donations tonight. I legitimately don't know what I'm gonna do. Every single time somebody every time somebody throws me money, I like to, sometimes I show Mama Octopus, not me, but my mom. Sometimes I like say, hey, look, Mom, the YouTube thing is working out slowly but surely. And she's like, oh my gosh, people actually give you money for screaming on the internet? Really? Oh, I love my mom. She's fantastic. But anyway, I am going to head off now. I think you guys are all fantastic and lovely. And I will see you tomorrow night. Who can I raid? Let me see. Is there somebody that's streaming right now? Before we leave, who is streaming so I can share the love? Oh, Hypnotic is streaming. So is the Almighty. You know what? The Almighty Lolly is streaming. Oh, but Lumi is streaming too. You know what, chat? We're going to put it up to a vote. I'm going to let you guys decide. Here, I'm going to make a poll. You guys vote. On YouTube, by the way. Who raid? Alright, vote. If you're on Twitch, I'm just going to choose somebody. I'm sorry. Oh, chat, you have your time to vote is until I find somebody to raid on Twitch. Let's see. You know what? I'm going to give you guys to Razor over on Twitch. Razor's a cool dude. Alright, everybody on YouTube wants to raid Lumi. Alright, we're going to raid Lumi then. She is playing Kingdom Come 2, so make sure you get plenty of love. Anyway, I will see you guys all tomorrow. You guys have fantastic ones. Bye!